In the shadow of a routine 911 call, a haunting tragedy unfolded, capturing the nation's attention and stirring the collective conscience. This is the story of Sonya Massey, a 36-year-old mother whose desperate plea for help ended in an unimaginable outcome. What you are about to see will take you from the chilling body cam footage of that fateful night to the heart-wrenching press conference revealing the autopsy results and delve into the historical origins of policing in America, a history that may hold the key to understanding why this happened. In a quiet neighborhood in Springfield, Illinois, a mother's plea for help ended in tragedy. This is the heartbreaking story of Sonya Massey, a 36-year-old woman whose call to 911 led to her untimely death at the hands of a sheriff's deputy. Sonya Massey, a devoted mother of two, lived a life centered around her family and community. Known for her kindness and strength, Sonya's world was shattered one night when she believed an intruder was outside her home. "There's someone outside my house. I need help, please." Deputy Sean Grayson responded to Sonya's call. What was meant to be a rescue mission quickly turned into a deadly encounter. According to the initial reports, Deputy Grayson claimed Sonya was approaching him with boiling water. However, the body cam footage revealed a different story. Sonya, in a moment of desperation, uttered words that would be her last. Her words seemed to set Deputy Grayson off. Despite the lack of any visible threat, he drew his weapon and fired, striking Sonya in the face. With DUI-related ejection from the Army, the deputy who killed Massey should have raised flags, experts say. Here is an excerpt from the autopsy press conference given by attorney Ben Crump. He goes into detail in regard to the findings during the autopsy, and he shares a visual illustration showing where Sonya was hit.
They kept asking the questions. Who did this? What happened? Nobody told them that it was the sheriff's deputy, Sean Grayson, who had shot her in the face. They seemed to be led to believe that it was some prowler or something because they started asking questions. Every time they would ask questions, they would be given questions. What was the history between her and the neighbor? An artery that is the blood vessel right beneath her eye. The exit posterior left surface of the upper neck. Associated injuries, skull fracture, subdural hemorrhages. Direction, front to back, downward and slightly right to left. Range, no soot or gunpowder stippling on the skin. If you could turn it over. And I would tell you, they have an anatomical model that is very important. Here, obviously, we have Sonya Massey with a beautiful smile. But you have, as they said, the injury right beneath the left eye. And then they talk about how the exit is posterior left surface of the upper neck, below the ear, below her hairline. Now, why this is so significant, is it confirms that Deputy Sean Grayson shot in a downward trajectory. He shot in a downward trajectory. This autopsy findings, coupled with the video where we see her ducking, saying, "Sorry, sir, sorry." He shot when she's making a motion coming up. That's how you get the downward trajectory. And you see on the video his arms. He aims down. He literally aims down. You see his arms brace in a downward trajectory. And we know that he walked 2 to 3 steps to his right, out away from the counter, where it was, we believe, from objective observation, to get a better shot at Sonya Massey. And when Sonya Massey was staring at the barrel of his gun, we see on the video what she did. She stooped down and said, "Sorry, sorry." And we believe that the bullet, the shot, was shot while she was in a stooping position coming up. And that's how you get the downward trajectory. And the autopsy confirms what everybody already knew on the video, that this was just a senseless, unnecessary, excessive use of force. Completely unnecessary. Certainly not justified.
The origins of modern-day policing can be traced back to the creation of the slave patrol in the early 1700s in the Carolinas. These patrols had a singular, sinister mission to instill terror and suppress slave uprisings. Their operations included pursuing, apprehending, and returning runaway slaves to their owners, often employing excessive force to enforce desired behaviors among the enslaved population. An oath taken by members of the North Carolina Slave Patrol reflects the brutal nature of their duties. I, patroller's name, do swear that I will, as searcher for guns, swords, and other weapons among the slaves in my district, faithfully and as privately as I can, discharge the trust reposed in me as the law directs, to the best of my power. So help me God. These slave patrols continued until the end of the Civil War and the passage of the 13th Amendment. During the Reconstruction era that followed, militia-style groups replaced slave patrols. These groups were empowered to control and deny equal rights to freed slaves, enforcing black codes, strict local and state laws that regulated labor, wages, voting rights, and general freedoms for formerly enslaved people. The ratification of the 14th Amendment in 1868 technically granted equal protections to African Americans, effectively abolishing black codes. However, this progress was swiftly undermined by the implementation of Jim Crow laws, which legalized racial segregation through state and local statutes. By the 1900s, local municipalities in the East and Midwest began to establish police departments to enforce local laws, including Jim Crow laws. These police departments often relied on excessive brutality against African Americans who violated these discriminatory laws, a practice that persisted through the end of the 1960s. Police brutality remains rampant, with little accountability for officers. This video was meant to shed light on the current state of policing and the recent loss of life as it pertains to Sonya Massey. Let's not forget George Floyd, whose brutality incident caused the world to take notice of how black people are treated in the custody and presence of police. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more insights on rich African history as it unfolds in real time.